Hey, it's me, Kelly. You would never guess because I use the same like white, beige, gray background in all my videos, but I am sitting in a different area of my apartment today because if you've been watching my videos, you know in every single one I'm like, oh, I'm trying to keep the wires out of focus. Oh, I'm trying to keep the dishwasher out of focus because I sit on the floor of my kitchen. Hey Trisha. I never thought, hey, you could sit anywhere else, literally anywhere else. What I want to do is actually, have like a nice background to sit in front of because I've been doing these videos for a while. I thought maybe I should like step up the content that I'm putting out there. So that's what's up. I could put pictures behind me. It'd be cute if I could put pictures of the 90 Day Fiancé people. I might do that. Let me know in the comments if I should do that. That'd be really cute with the 90 Day people behind me and like the light. Ooh, that would be cute. Well, let me do that. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kelly. If you don't know, I put out videos every single Sunday. Sometimes it goes into Monday at the early hours of the night, but I do the recap / review of the episodes from 90 Day Fiancé. Right now, I'm currently recapping 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, and Family Chantel. I'm pretty sure that 90 Day is winding down. I will continue to make these videos as long as they're doing 90 Day Fiancé spin-offs and regular shows. I will continue making these videos for the rest of my life. So stay put, go subscribe, hit the bell if you really feel inclined, but you just know I'll be here on Mondays or Sundays, hopefully Sundays, but sometimes Mondays. And that's what's that. My name is Kelly. I'm gonna get right into it. If you couldn't tell, I've been drinking just a little bit and not that much, just the vodka creamery with a seltzer, a coconut one that I got at Walmart just now. I had a day. Let me tell you. I know this is a show about trying to find love, right? Kelly is trying to find love. And sometimes it's not easy. I've been seeing somebody and apparently they're seeing other people. Why am I putting all my business out there? It's fine. When you're dating, you can see other people at the same time, but I just wasn't expecting that. Kind of was. But I only have time to see one person, so I was kind of like, ah, shit, I ain't special. But then in my mind, I was like, but Kelly, you can get hoes. But then I was like, Kelly, do you want hoes? Let's go to the liquor store. So that's what I did. And I have never had a twisted tea before. I know that is hard to understand because they've been out forever and I'm 26. So why hasn't she had a twisted tea before? Never occurred to me to have one. I love my freaking margaritas. I love them so much. Cheers, bitch. I think it's almost time. I think it's no, not that. Not. I don't know how to do this. I love them so much. They're a little ratchet, but I love them. But I've never tried this, and I think it's because I've just always given my love to Lime-A-Ritas. And also Trulies. I like Trulies. White Claws, if you're gonna give me a White Claw, I'm gonna have a White Claw. But I like the Trulies, like the flavors that they have better, I guess. But yeah, I like Trulies, I like Lime-A-Ritas, and that's what I'm gonna drink from a can. I don't do beer. But I've never done a twisted tea before. Now listen, I love iced tea. So I should like this, right? I got the peach because I love peach. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Yeah, that's it. So I thought I would try it. I'm trying it right now on the video. I told myself I would only drink my vodka drink I just drank and this. This is it for me for the night. So let's get it. You know, the most satisfying noise in the world. She alright. I feel like this is dangerous because it does in fact taste like it's just tea. Yeah, that's how it gets people. I'm sure they like binge drink these because it literally doesn't taste like anything. Shit. So anyways, let's get into the real tea, the episodes of the week. You know I keep it in my little notebook. I use various notebooks, but this is the one. I don't know no 2 or 3, but I know this is the one. But I don't think this is this week's. I have so many notes. This wasn't this week though. My toxic trait is that when I'm writing in a notebook, I just open it up to whatever page and I start writing. Like, I don't go in order. Yikes, probably should. But oh well, let me find it. I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna start with 90 Fiance, season 9, episode 14. We're getting to the end of it. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be over soon, especially since Karen Guillermo's wedding is in the next episode. So they're gonna be the first people to be done. And then probably 15, 16, 17, 18 might be the tell-all. Maybe it's like next week and then another week after. That's kind of what I'm thinking. There's not that many episodes left. I'll look it up and tell you guys in the next video, but next week isn't the finale. It might be the week after. We'll see. I am excited for a tell-all though. I think it's gonna be very interesting. And I mean, I'll talk about that more later, but we gotta get into it. So first is Kobe and Emily. And last time they had found out that Emily's pregnant. So that's a lot. And then in this episode, they're basically just finding Kobe a suit for the wedding because the wedding's still going on. And he's meeting up with his friend Temperature, who is also from Cameroon, and he's visiting from Ohio. So that's what's happening there. And he tells Temperature what's up, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? And that's kind of all there is to that. And then they go to lunch with him, and Emily, of course, is like, let me order for him. He wants lasagna. And lasagna is fine, but like, what the fuck? And he's just like, okay. And everyone's like, she orders for you. Huh, Emily is so hard-headed. Stupid. But that's what was happening. And then they're grilling Temperature for no reason because it's like, it's literally just his friend coming through to visit. And then Temperature brings up that Kobe's dad is like the chief of one of the tribes in Cameroon. Now, the way he explained it was, he's like, well, there's like 200 tribes, and like my dad, is like in one of them, or his family is, or something of that nature. But he's like, you know, that's that. I don't care to do that, like whatever. And I was like, oh, I can't believe this. Why did he not tell me? And it's probably just because she never took interest in his life. Like, I would love to see what she actually knows about him, besides that he's her fiance and like they have sex. Like, I would love to know what they actually know about each other, because honestly I feel like they don't even know each other that well, because that should be something that comes up, you know, like about your like upbringing or whatever. And then the whole family is like clowning them. They're like, how are you royal with no money? Ha 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 ha. Just some dumb belittling shit. And then Temp is talking about how like there's like gender roles and everything in Cameroon, and they're like, oh my god, Emily can do what she wants to do. That's why you're not married, Temperature. The dad literally deadass said that, like, don't be talking to him like you're tight when you're not tight, you know? That's maybe a joke that his friend can make, but you coming in from nowhere and saying that, get the fuck away with that. So that's kind of what happened. I was so mad at her dad. Oh my god. It was annoying. I didn't like that. And honestly, if I was a friend, I would not want to go to dinner with all of them because they're weird. But maybe they paid for it. I don't know. That looked not fun. The gender role thing is kind of annoying. Like, women don't have to like wait on men like 24/7, but it is a cultural thing for them. And also, we're in the fucking 2020, but it feels like the like fucking motherfucking like 1800s because of everything happening. I don't need to get into everything happening, but it is what it is. So them saying like, this is America, this is 2022, we don't do that. We totally do that. Like, gender roles are real. Like, if you want to believe it or not, they are real. Like, who pays for the date? The man. Who is supposed to open the door? The man. Who's supposed to kill the spider? The man. So I'm sure in their house, in their relationships, it's like that too. Who takes care of the kids? The mom. Like, it's just gender roles like that we just have like ingrained in us. I'm not saying it's right, but that's just kind of how it is. So in every fucking country, it's like that, you know, so they can like back off with that judgment if you decide to embrace that. If you decide to address that, it's on you, but like that's the same in every fucking country, so they can shut their fucking mouths. Next. So Thais and Patrick, basically it's kind of sad. She's telling her dad that she's gonna get married to Patrick, and Patrick really wanted to make sure that she said it, so he sat down with her, but I think they were on an iPad. And she's like, we're getting married. And he's like, yeah, we are. And then he like dipped because she wanted to just talk to him by herself. And basically dad was not happy about it. Like, he was just like, seriously? Like, he was like stone faced. And she was basically saying like, yeah, we are, like blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why are you just telling me now if you knew you were gonna get married? And like all this shit. And that like he wants her to come back to Brazil. And she's really sad and like she kind of wants to, but she does love Patrick, so she wants to stay, but she's torn because she really wanted her dad's approval and she's just not gonna get it. So that sucks. I feel bad for her, but she'll figure it out. Like, they just posted together that they're in Vegas, so, and she loves Vegas. So hopefully it works out. And that's it. Let's keep it moving. Yeah. I'm feeling this tea. Guys, this might be my new obsession. I try and like watch it with the calories though when I'm drinking, and this doesn't say how many it is, which implies that it's a lot. I am so weirded out that they can't put the nutrition facts on alcohol. Now granted, there's not a whole lot of nutrition going on here, but still. But yeah, Shida and Bilal. I used to really like Shida, but the way she just like stays with Bilal is like questionable. But I liked what she did here. So she was like, Bilal, let's go to this cafe. Like, I want to like talk to you or whatever. And he's like, but I'm working. Like, blah, blah, like this asshole. Now you're working. And he was wearing a suit to work from home, which is very sketchy. Like, shit, shut the fuck up. Like, he wants us to think like that he's this businessman. He has money, but babes, you're middle class. I'm sorry. You're closer probably to being broke on the streets than you are to being Jeff Bezos, so you can shut the fuck up. But anyways, they go, and Shida's basically like, so I talked to my lawyer, and he says, don't sign this shit until like you add your parts. And she was making sense here. She was basically saying that like, this is all about you. This prenup is all about you. There's nothing in here that benefits me. So why am I signing it? And I feel the exact same way. It's like, this feels one-sided. It's just him being like, this is my money. It's all my money. Now you're gonna sign this document to say it's all my money. Like, I have the money here in this relationship and you're broke. And so you're gonna stay broke. Like, I don't know. It just felt very codependent. And like, he's expecting them to be codependent, and then like when it's done, like whatever. I don't know, it felt weird. So they're doing that, And she's like, but I'm gonna add my parts. So she added a part about children. She didn't really explain like what that's about. You can't sign a contract with somebody to have a child in a certain amount of time. Like, she made it sound like that's what it is, but I don't think it is. I think it's like, hypothetical, if we do have a child, this, that, and the third is gonna happen. If we don't, then this, that, and the third is gonna happen. It sounds like, I don't know. That's all I can think of. But it also said that he is going to help her start her business. That's going to be her business, her yoga brand, and that she has complete like control over, and that it's her, she owns it, like whatever. And he's like, but I don't understand, because this is going to be me helping you, so then I should have some part in it. And she's like, no, actually, you have all that other shit that you had before me. I had this, that, and the third when I was in Trinidad, but now I don't have it because I had to come all the way over here for your ass. So you're gonna help me start this business, and I'm gonna start this, like, I'm gonna sign this prenup. That's that. And I was like, okay, bitch, now you're talking. Now she's playing hardball. Now she's trying to, like, get him back for this, and I loved it. And he's like, well, I'll consider it. Bitch, you better consider it. I feel like if he doesn't add those things, don't sign it, because those are your conditions. If he's gonna come at you with terms and conditions, you bring him some terms and conditions. So I like that for them. I just don't really understand prenups. I never want to get married. That's not for me, but I mean, good for them. Signing a prenup, for me, it just kind of feels like, why are you so full of yourself that you feel like you have all these assets and like this, that, and the third, and you're gonna steal my money and all this shit? So I'm not really with that. Anyways, I'll never be in the position where I have to sign a prenup. For people who do, I don't get it. I hope that Shida sticks to her guns and that she is also gonna make it out on the right side with this shit, and that she's not gonna get fucked. Unless she wants to get fucked. And it's consensual fucked. Moving on. Eve and Mohammed. I love Eve. Mohammed can go fuck himself. I didn't realize that he was 25 though. I had no idea. So he's actually younger than me. I thought he was like 29 or like 30 or some shit. But he's 25. But still, that's old enough to be like a mature human being and not always be like, mother, 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 like your normal fucking babes. So he has no excuse, but that's not on that. He's bad. Like in the last episode, he's saying, maybe I'll find another sponsor, which I thought was really stupid and really disrespectful. And if I was Eve, it would be straight to the curb, goodbye. But she's nicer, and she was like consoling him and like hugging him and shit. And I'm like, girl, why are you doing this? And then she has her friend Tatiana, Tatiana, go to her for her like healing needs. I don't know what Eve does. I know she's like an acupuncture person, but she was doing some type of like suction on her like her chest. It wasn't her boobs, but it was like suctioning up her chest, and it looked like a lot of skin. And like, I'm either bigger or the same size as Tatiana, and it literally looked like a boob, but like on her chest. But it's like, how is there that much skin? Like, I don't think I can get enough skin there. So like, I don't understand. It must have been sucking it really hard. And I also didn't know what the point of that was, but I digress. So they're doing that whole thing, and they're basically talking about like how he's like, I'm gonna find another sponsor, and he's like, and Tatiana's like, well, that's disrespectful as fuck, which it is. But they decide to do a fire ceremony at Eve's, I think, and this is something she said that they do on the full moon and the new moon, and they basically like set intentions and manifest shit, and it looked like fun. Like I said, I would join Eve's squad. I would. Like, invite me, girl. Like, I'm there. So yeah, they were doing that shit, and like Mohammed's there, and they're trying to clear the air, and the girls kind of apologize, and he basically tells them to their face, he's like, I don't like you. And they're like, whoa, what the fuck? I don't know what it's like in Egypt, but like in America, like you don't tell people you don't like them to their face unless you're about to fight. So that was a lot, and they're like, oh my god. So he didn't like give him a good first impression, and he definitely didn't give him a good second impression. But in his defense, they were pretty rude to him and out of pocket with like their sexual questions. Like that wasn't okay. So I see where he's coming from, but they did apologize and like try to move on, and he don't care. So that sucks. I hope Eve dumps him, but I don't think she did. It's disappointing. We hate to see it. And moving on. This is so good. I can't believe I've never tried a fucking twisted tea, but here we are. Anyways, Ari and Binyam, they should be broken up as well, but they're not. They're hanging on by a thread. And it's 100% just for Avi. And it's so sad. But even in this episode, basically, they're just at the house, and Ari's like, I don't know about this. But Binyam's being all like cute with Avi, and she's like, but we want to be a family. Like, he's so good with him. Like, he's such a good dad. And like, I believe it. Like, he is. Like, from that interaction, he was sewing pants for him. Oh my god, how many dads sew? You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just talking about like gender roles. Like, how many do, like, that was so cute. Damn. I'm kind of wondering if he makes all like the Ethiopia clothes that they're making 24/7. They never talked about him sewing before, did they? I don't know, but that was cute, and I can't fucking sew. So yeah, and it was for the wedding and like all this shit, and I'm like, how the fuck are they having a wedding? They fight so much. Like, they don't like each other. Like, I don't get it. But she was like all up on him and like, oh, he's a, like, I want to be with him, like, he's so good. Like, this bitch was ovulating if I've ever seen him before. Like, you know how it is, you be horny as fuck. So that's what was going on there. Not a whole lot to go off of. I hope they don't get married though. Like, they were the last people on earth who should be getting married. Like, no, this is bad. But Kara and Guillermo, basically, Guillermo like apologizes for how he was rude as fuck at the dinner the other day, and he also calls his mom on the phone, and like they're talking about how like he's nervous about getting married, like all this shit, and she's like, you should get married anyways. So that's that. And then they apologize. It just seems like he was nervous for the wedding, I think, and he's like, should I really be taking this step? And I think they are gonna get married. I think they'll be all right. Yeah, people were saying that they're like the most like genuine couple and like believable couple, and yeah, I think I agree. Them and Jabri and Niona kind of seem like the most believable, I guess you could say, couple. Thais and Patrick as well. Everyone else is kind of like but yeah, they seem genuine. I think, like she was saying, he is grieving and like going through a lot, and you start to question everything in your life when you're really going through it. So I get it, he didn't need to be rude like that, but at least he did apologize. I took her side last week. I don't know how everybody felt, but I definitely took her side, because it's like, whoa, we're dead ass about to get married. Why are you bringing up everything you don't like about me right now? Like, that shouldn't make any sense. But at least he did apologize. And then she had a slumber party with her friends. Well, I don't think they stayed over, but they were in their pajamas, and I thought that was really cute. That was like her bachelorette party, which looked nice. She didn't do like a whole like, let's go out, like blah blah blah, my last day as a single woman. I was kind of shocked, because that seems like her, but instead she's like, let's stay home and like get in our pajamas and shit. And I thought that was cute. Like, I thought that was something that like maybe my friends would do. Like, in my friend Elena's wedding, like she got married, hey girl, you know, you're watching, and I basically, like, I did a face mask for her and like I think we did nails, toes, or some shit. I don't know if we did or not, but we definitely did like face masks and like foot masks, and like we're just chilling, like probably watching 90 Day, like we're just hanging out. And I think that is what you should do for like a wedding, because it doesn't make sense to be like going out like this is my last chance to be single. Because if you really want to be single or like not married, then like why the fuck are you getting married? That don't make no goddamn sense. So yeah, I thought it was cute. I would sneak my way in there. She's annoying. Sorry, girl. You're annoying. But I feel like I would be friends with her low key. Not like best friends, but like we'd see each other when we were going out. Sounds like she goes out a lot, and I go out often too, so yeah, can't hate on her that much. Now I'm thinking about Kara watching my video. I think she would definitely be like, this girl's a bitch, like blah blah blah. She says I'm annoying. Yeah, we would never be friends after that. Moving on, Jabri and Miona. So basically Jabri's mom's like, get the fuck out. Like, it's time to leave. Like, we said you could stay here a couple months, but like when 2021, I think it was filmed, is over, like you gotta get the fuck out. And Jabri's like, whoa, they're coming out of nowhere. Like, why are you doing this? And I see where he's coming from. Like, I think as a parent, like, this is your kid, they never asked to be here, so you gotta take care of them. Like, I feel the same way about my parents. Like, I love my parents, but it's like, bitch, you got me for life because did I ask to be here? No. Do I love being here all the time? No. So you gotta take care of me. But they're like, you're 28 now, which is quite old. Quite old, he's 2 years older than me, but he's 28, and they're like, you gotta get out, like you're grown, like goodbye. And like, I do see where they're coming from. Like, it is their house, and he is getting married, which is weird, because they didn't, you know, it's one thing is their kid Jabri can mooch off them forever because he didn't ask for me here from them, but Miona is not their kid, so they don't owe her anything. So I do see where they're coming from. And I would probably want them to get the fuck out too with their matching outfits. So that's just how that one goes. But he's like all upset. But Miona's like, hey, this is what I needed. Like, she's basically saying that she's glad that they told him to get the fuck out, because now like Jabri actually has to get the fuck out. So I'm sure she's gotten on him before, like, let's leave. But he's like, no, you know, like, we're saving money. Like, listen, my music career is about to take off, you know. So yes, that's what was happening there. He's upset, but he should get out. And listen, I'm in a Dakota. I'm in North Dakota, which is better than South Dakota, by the way, because South Dakota has nothing there. They're overcompensating with their fucking Mount Rushmore presidents who sucked, were bad, sculpture, cool, on native land. What are you doing here? Hate South Dakota. But they're there, and they have like a lot of like cheap places to live, like North Dakota and South Dakota. You want to know how much I pay for rent? I'm gonna go right on out there and say it. $595 for a one-bed apartment that is recently renovated, doesn't look like it's from the 1800s, not that bad. That's how much I pay. $595. With the fucking online service fee, that shit's $605 because you have to pay your rent. But under $600 for like nice shit. Same in South Dakota. Like, you can get a fucking cheap ass apartment. They could get an apartment just like mine for under $600. Like, just get the fuck out. So it sounds like they're gonna do that, but I swear to God, if he like moves like a thief in the night to David's house, we're gonna have some problems. Like, bitch, no. He just needs to go out and like get him a place. Like, it's not that hard. But yeah, he should have a job though. I kind of wonder if he has a job, because clearly his social media is not the best. Like, he has followers, but it's all from the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's making money from that. from the show. I think they get like 1,000 an episode or some shit. I don't know, not much. So yeah, and at this point in time where he's living in his parents, he wouldn't be getting paid yet, I don't think. So I don't know if he has money to move out. Like, he don't have a job. Like, I don't know. Does he have a job? Maybe, behind the scenes. But yeah, he needs to get the fuck out. I swear to God, he is most definitely moving in with DeVito, and that's gonna suck for Fiona. Girl, good luck. Get you a snack, by the way, because we still have two more shows to talk about. Have you guys tried these, the Flamin' Hot Carolina Reaper? They're pretty good. I think they're good. I don't know. Moving on to Love in Paradise. This season's pretty good. Like, I don't hate it. It's fine. I think I feel about the same way about this cast that I feel about the season. Excuse me. She been drinking. She been drinking. She been drinking. She been drinking. Girl. We're on episode 6 at this point, and there's nobody who I'm like, oh my god, I love. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's content. I like it. It's good. It's something to watch. So yeah, Love in Paradise season 2, episode 6, mixed singles and mixed nuts. Danielle worries Johan just wants a sugar mama. Space. Oh wait, what's happening? Who will bring him to the United States? Valentine needs space from Carlos. Ariana feels played by Sherlon. Gabby confronts Abby about her relationship with Frankie. So that's kind of what's going on here in this episode. It starts with Danielle and Johan. So apparently Johan ate like $200 worth of peanuts from the minibar, which is insane. Like, that's a lot of peanuts, or they were very expensive. That's crazy. I don't even know how that could happen, but that sucks for her. She got paid for that shit. And then they get into the taxi and she's fucking like cleansing it with like sage and shit. Like, not gonna lie, I did like sage before someone came over today, but still, you're like, this is a taxi. If I was that driver, I'd be like, what the fuck? I don't get paid enough for this shit. So that's what was going on there. She's crazy. I feel like she would get along with Eve. She would be in Eve's squad maybe, but I feel like Eve is like more genuine about it. And I think that Danielle is like partially for show. I don't know. She's doing all of that, and basically her spiritual advisor was like, you can't eat peanuts, which is so random. Like, I want to know who the spiritual advisor is, and I also want to know, does she pay them? Because this is fucking crazy. This is wild. Like, I don't know why they're telling her this shit. I don't know what type of religion this is. I don't know what kind of shit is going on, but that's what they had told her. And what's his name? Johan is very much against what she's about. Like, he sees her as like a bruja, and like he's like, we're against that. Like, my family has said like they eat babies so they can fly around on broomsticks and like all this shit, which sounds crazy, but whatever Danielle's talking about sounds crazy as well. So it's like, does two crazies make it normal? Like, we'll see. And then they go and meet Johan's family, and it's really good that Danielle can speak Spanish, because then she can communicate with him, and she's not just like sitting there like all like, huh, what are they saying? Like, she can speak Spanish, so that's good. I don't know if she's Latina or not, or Hispanic, but yeah, I thought she was Italian, so whatever, but she speaks Spanish, which is good. So that's good. She seems pretty fluent in that. And they're like, well, what would you want to do? Like, live in the United States, live in the DR, whatever. And she's like, I would live in the DR. Like, the fuck? She's like, it's a slower pace of life, which she likes, and it's less hectic than New York. So I thought that was cool, because a lot of times these like Americans on the show were like, they want to come to the United States. The United States is the best country in the world, and they are coming here. They're actually scamming me so they can come here. Like, this country is amazing, like all this shit. And she was like, nah, I will live in DR. They're very poor though, unfortunately. So that sucks. I sound like such a bitch, like Paris Hilton. That sucks. But yeah. But it's their way of life, and they seem very happy. They were very welcoming to her, which was nice. And that's kind of all that was going on there. Do I feel like he might not even like her like that? Maybe. But it looked like it was fun while it lasted. Okay. Valentine and Carlos, they're annoying. They don't like each other. Next. Sherlon, as she says it, and Ariana. Basically, Sherlon got hosed. And he's like, sorry about it. This ain't changing. And Ariana's having like a hard time with it. And that's basically it. They're talking about this at like, it looked like a Caribbean themed water park. I don't know where they actually were, but they were talking about it. And then basically he's like, I have friends with benefits, but like basically she's the main, but he has like friends on the side. And he's like, that's just how I am. When people say that's just how I am, fuck them. They're not gonna change. They know they're bad. They're not gonna change. So believe it. And basically her mom's gonna come visit so that she and Sherlon can have some time together. So that's nice. Her mom seemed nice last season. I remember her. She was nice. So that's good for them. But I just don't think it's gonna go well. I think they should break up. Okay, so Gabby, Abby, and Frankie, right? That's his name? Frankie. Frankie tapped out. He's like, cut the cameras, dead ass. And he just like left all this mess for Abby and Gabby to clear up. Basically, Gabby's like upset and Abby's trying to console her, but I'm like, bitch, no, don't console her. You're the person who caused this mess. And it's just really upsetting. It's really upsetting. Not anything happened, but it's sad because Abby's trying to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like all this shit. It's like, bitch, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. And that's Love in Paradise. I thought I was recording this whole time for Family Chantel, and I simply was not. So we're gonna go again. Hopefully, second time's a charm. So, Family Chantel, season 4, episode 6. You should be thanking me. River and Karen question Pedro about his recent clash with Chantel. Winter's love life is blossoming. Pedro reaches out to his mom for advice. Nicole is at a crossroads with Alejandro as he pleads for a second chance. So that's what's happening here. Basically, where we left off was that Chantel was at River's, like she came over and she's like, I just want to, you know, crash here, like whatever. And like she didn't open up a whole lot. And then River told his mom, and now his mom's like, we're pulling up on him. So that's what happens. And they show up and they pretty much like grill him, like what's going on, like whatever. And Pedro thinks that like when Chantel was in school, like he was cool with like cleaning and like doing this, that, and the third. But now she's out of school and he's like, she needs to step it up and like work on the house, like whatever. And then Karen is basically like, well, Chantel is a woman, she's not a maid, you know, like whatever. So if you want someone to clean the house, like get an actual maid. And he, I don't know, he just wants her to clean or whatever. Like who knows like how messy this woman is, but it's not just that at this point, right? Like that is a conversation. That's a, I hope, you know, like I want you to clean. It's not like a, is this or our relationship is over. Like it's not like that type of situation. So it seems like that's just like the tip of the iceberg at this point. And Pedro is like feeling awkward because they have popped up at his house uninvited, which I understand that would suck. And Chantel is like, they need to like stay out of this, like, you know, this is my relationship, my privacy. And Karen's like, oh, we don't do boundaries, like I'm your mom. which sucks. I can tell that Chantel is just really like over it, and that she's really going through it, especially in her like confessionals. Like you can see that she's just done with this in there, like with both of them, the confessionals. You can tell like they don't want to be in the same room together. It's so unfortunate. So yeah. Side note though, she had her like white robe on. It was like off the shoulder, and I was like, bitch, I need a white robe. Yeah, I would like get my makeup all over it, but still I need a white robe, because even though she was distressed, she still looked hot. And then yeah, she's just over it, and it turns out that they are getting divorced, which is sad. Karen, I love her Instagram. It's Miss Karen if you're nasty or not, and she is just in her own little Karen world. And she had posted a picture on her story, and it was literally just like Pedro and Chantel in some legal office signing some legal documents, which is probably divorce papers. She just posted that. She just put their business right on out there, like a typical mom. So that was fun. And then she made a post for Chantel with the like lowest quality photo she could find, and she like had wrote a poem for her, which was cute. It's like, damn, that's what moms do. But yeah, that was going on. I feel bad, but I hope that she's good and she knows that people care about her. We're Team Chantel. We love Chantel. It seems like Pedro was just being as awful as he could be so that she would leave. Honestly, it seemed like he was very like self-sabotaging. Yeah, but Chantel doesn't deserve that shit, you know? Even if he is going through it, like, you don't need to make it look like she's the problem, like she's a punching bag. Like, that's not fair. And Chantel doesn't deserve that shit. So yeah, love to Chantel. And I hope Pedro figures it out. But yeah, I feel bad. Winter went on a cute date. She went like rock climbing like inside with like a guy who looked cute. His name's Chris. He's Nigerian. She loves her Nigerian men. And like Karen and Chantel were like talking about like there's a group of women in America who only date Nigerian men, and Winter is in it. And I'm happy how confident she is. She looks gorgeous, amazing. And yeah, I've said it, like I feel like we'd be friends. I feel like we have some similarities. So yeah, I think I would be friends with her and Chantel too. And that's all that happened in this episode. Nicole, like, fuck her. Alejandro showed up at her work, which is really not okay. And he's like, open the door of the car. And she opened the trunk. That was very funny. But other than that, nothing really happened. Pedro called his mom, and his mom's like, dump her. We're not surprised. And that was Family Chantel this week. It is kind of sad to watch. Since they are getting divorced, like I don't want to like see her upset or anything, or them not getting along. Like, it's really upsetting, but I guess that's life. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, love to the Family Chantel, love to them. My heart goes out to them. That's this week. All the shows, all the episodes, all my thoughts. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked the episodes. I thought they were pretty solid. Yeah. And I'll be back next week. You know the drill. Subscribe. Ho. Bye.